Hey YouTube, this message goes out to Matt Garza, a fellow that subscribed to my site not too long ago. I need to go ahead and give credit and respect where respect is due. I just saw your coffee review not too long ago. Actually, I literally only just got the notification for that thing. I didn't even know you had it posted. And I'll go over and comment about it in just a little while. But I thought I would just say, hey, good for you to do that. It's good to see that we concur on the flavor of that coffee. You know, when it's one person doing these reviews, you know, and you're just saying what you think about it is one thing, but when you have somebody else who corroborates, that's good too. And really cool review. I would like to know what make that coffee machine is you have and where you got it, because I noticed that it brewed a cup pretty quick. So I was kind of impressed with the speed of that. I'd also like to know how good of a cup of coffee it makes. Does it make it strong or weak? And where I can get it if I want to buy it and review it or try it or use it in my kitchen. I'm always on the lookout for a good coffee maker that does a good job, you know, with as little complication as possible. So, just wanted to say that and wanted to get that out of the air. I wasn't ignoring you, man. It's just, for whatever reason, I only just got the notification like 2 days ago. So, now that I'm near a computer where I can actually post, you know, and I can do some stuff, I'll take care of that. But awesome for you, man, to do that review. It's good to see you're doing okay. I hope you're still doing okay. And the rest of y'all out there, I hope y'all are doing well as well. So that was pretty much what this video is for. You're probably noticing the video is much more stable than it usually is. And also that it seems further away. Well, I went ahead and I needed a tripod mount for this thing. I can't stand holding it in my hand. But then I found the next best thing. I finally broke down and got one of these. I thought they were so silly when they came out. You know, I thought they were so silly. But now that I've been using this and I'm seeing the benefits of this thing, the selfie stick. I went out and I got a selfie stick. But I didn't just get a little crappy one. I got one with the controls in the handle and has a good solid mount, you know, and it has a line that goes up to the machine up there. And excuse me, I've had a bit of a head cold again. We're starting to learn that teaching lines you up for these kind of things. But I got this thing, you know, and I thought, well, it's a gimmick, I'll give it a try. So I tested with it, and I actually like it. It gives you can shorten it down to its shortest length, and it basically gives you a camera with a handle with the controls in the handle, which does amazing things for your ability to hold the camera stable unless you got the shakes or you're hungry, which I was a little bit, and I still kind of got the shakes, but you know, it's a good little outfit. Hang on, I'm changing hands now. Okay. And I'm still getting used to setting it up for its perspective and stuff like that. So things may look a little messed up. I promise you I am not laying on my back filming this. I'm actually in an easy chair. And it's a little inclined, but the camera makes it look awful. So I'm going to work on that. I think it's the perspective I have it set up for that's doing it, actually. I'm going to play with it a little bit. Let's see if we can help that out just a little. That might be better. But, yeah, I just needed to improve the stability. And since nobody has a tripod mount, this was the best way to do it. So if you guys like it, that's fine. You know, let me know in the comments if it helps. I'm also using my iPod camera. I can't find a Droid camera that works halfway decent. I mean, the iPod Touch cameras are not the greatest thing on earth, but they handle light levels phenomenally well. And so I like them for that reason. And I can keep it on the selfie stick, so I can use the other directional camera, and basically I've got what used to be on 35mm cameras. Way back in the day, you could buy a handle to put on your 35 with a remote shutter button on it. And that's basically what you get with these really good selfie sticks is they convert it into a camera with a handle. And that does wonders for your photography as far as stability goes. So that's what I'm using now. And they're not very expensive. I think this one was only like maybe $13. I mean, it has a bunch of controls on the handle, and very, very useful. Very, very useful. So let me know what y'all think about it. The only thing I don't like about it is because it puts you a little bit further away from the camera. The audio has a little bit more echo, but what do you expect? It's an iPod Touch. I mean, come on. But as you can see, I got this lamp over here going. It's just a normal room lamp next to my couch. And even in this low light, which I like the lower light, it's easier on my eyes, it still films halfway decent. There's a little grain in it, but you know, what do you want for a vlog? Why do you need HD for a vlog? You know, I would think actually in a vlog the audio is more important. I've actually done, I think it was one audio program I did just to see how it would work. And really, on these kind of things, the audio tends to be a bit more important than the video. In fact, I'm almost tempted to move over to podcasting, you know, simply because, number one, your time is not limited. Number two, you don't have to worry about all this copy crap, you know, copyright infringement. Like, if there was a song playing in the background right now, like somebody else's radio, let's say maybe 100 feet from me, and they're playing a song on their radio, I could literally get tagged for copyright infringement. And you think it's silly. You know, they also have community guideline flags, which if you're a big videographer, which I am not by any stretch, can really mess you up, you know. Can really mess you up. In fact, Eli the Computer Guy, if you ever get a chance, look him up. He just left YouTube. His videos, supposedly, and he's a very tech-savvy person and knows the facts and figures, supposedly he was pulling in about 50 grand a month with the video content he was creating, and Google was getting a portion of this. And then somebody flagged him through the community guidelines, and he lost a lot of his functionality. His videos got pushed back down to 15 minutes, and all kinds of crap happened, you know. And he was using that. That was pretty much part of... It wasn't like a major part of his business, but he was making quite a bit of money with his content, you know. When you consider how much content he was creating, probably not as much, because you only get a tiny fraction of everything that's ever made. But he was pulling at least 50K in for Google, according to his figures. And then they don't even call him on a phone or anything. They just basically neuter his videos, you know, his ability to create content. And they refused to do an appeal. You know, he tried to do an appeal, and they refused. And so he took his business elsewhere, except for some little bitty piddly stuff now on YouTube, and that's about it. And looking at it from his perspective, I can't blame him. I can't blame him. I mean, that's a huge cut into a person's funds when something like that happens, if you're doing it for that purpose. He wasn't necessarily doing that as a way to earn money. At least he says that. And I happen to believe him. He's got a lot of other things going on besides YouTube. But, you know, for people like me who just have a crappy little blog, I guess it's not that big of a deal. But for somebody who's rolling, you know, rolling along, that's like cutting your legs out from under you. It causes me to question a few things about my own presence here. But anyway, this thing only has like 8 gigs, and I know I'm filling the memory up pretty fast. Unfortunately, you can't upgrade iPods as far as I know, iPod Touches. And even though this is an old 4th gen iPod, it's doing the job. It's doing the job well. And to Matt, I'm really sorry I didn't see your video sooner. I'll be over there to drop a comment in. And it's like I said, I'm really curious about the coffee maker, and I'm also very glad that our opinion of the coffee corroborates. So that's at least 2 people out there that think the same thing on very like level. So, good to see y'all. And Matt, I'm sorry I missed that video, and I'll get to that as soon as I get done posting this. And y'all have a good day, and take care.